Made it home finally from the doctor. It took a while to get home. That's just how it is with public transportation, but you know what? I appreciate them so much. I was freaking starving when I got home. So, I threw together some pasta. Basically, it's just noodles, tuna, and water, white tuna and water. It's the only kind I like. And some peas. I was freaking starving. So I put some unsalted butter in it when it was still hot. Put the rest of some peas I had in the fridge. Threw in a can of tuna. I know, it's loaded with carbs. Get off my freaking back. I don't care. I'm freaking starving. I still have some of Wild Mike's Italian spice, and I put that on. Some of Wild Mike's red pepper. I put that on. Then I put a little bit of Parmesan. Bam. Mix it up and eat it. So yeah, it's loaded with, I hate all this extra shit on my neck. So yeah, sometimes usually I'll put mayo on it. I didn't feel like it this time. But I was freaking starving. With the Italian spices, that is freaking delicious. Hold on. I'm a pig. I gotta eat something. I'm not supposed to eat for a few hours after taking my meds in the morning. But inevitably I have appointments. If there's nowhere near where I'm going to get something to eat, I am freaking starved by the time I get home. So, doctor's appointment. Alright. So, as you see in the video before this, I went to the ENT. He was also my surgeon. He really liked my tattoo. He thought that was pretty cool. It says thyroidectomy on it. In case you haven't seen it yet. Anyway. So they put this shit in my nose, like they've done before, to numb my throat. And then he wears like these things on his eyes, on his head. And he sticks this tube all the way down my nose into my throat. And with a light, they turn the light off in the room, and there's a light at the end of the tube. And I have a whole bunch of swelling at the very back of my throat area. It's hard to describe exactly where it's at. A lot of inflammation and swelling. And I've been suffering from super dry throat when I'm trying to sleep at night. I'll wake up coughing and gagging. I've even spit up and choked on it and been so out of it because of my meds I take right before I sleep that you could basically aspirate on it. You could choke and die, pretty much. So I told him, what was happening, and so he's thinking it might have been my lisinopril, possibly. So he wants me on a different ACE inhibitor. One of the side effects is a really dry throat and tickling. And he took me off of omeprazole and put me on another stomach medicine. He said I probably have a lot of acids that are coming up into my throat. So he changed my omeprazole to another one that does the same thing, but it's different. I think he changed my lisinopril, or he wants Dr. Mahmood, my endocrinologist, to change it. So much for my perfect blood pressure a couple weeks ago. It was spiked again, pretty high. So he has referred me to a cardiologist, which they will probably do that thing where they put dye in your veins or whatever, arteries, whatever, to check for clogging. I don't know, I've never had it done, but because the ACE inhibitor was working, right, and now it's not working so good. So something's causing my blood pressure to spike. And if I have clogged arteries or something like that, that could be doing it. Anyway, we'll find out. I go next Friday already. They got me in really fast. I go to the cardiologist next Friday. So we'll see what's going on with that. And then I'm going to be getting a referral to a urologist because they're going to have to do an MRI and look at my kidneys to see how big these stones are that I most likely have that I'm not able to pass, that are going to do more damage to my kidneys, especially my right side. So it's a story of my life now. What can I say? I really hope I don't have to have more surgeries. I'm not real hopeful about that, though. If my stones in my kidneys are too big to pass, they're going to have to get rid of them. But they're going to have to find out what keeps spiking my blood pressure, because I had to stay overnight after my thyroidectomy because my oxygen level was extremely low. And my blood pressure was like 200 over 120. And that's not good. So we gotta figure out what's causing that. Kidney stones, I discussed with my surgeon about the fact that all this magnesium could be causing me to create more stones, because I've really been trying to eat in such a way that my body's not producing them as much or at all. And I drink pretty much nothing but water, 1, occasionally 2 cups of coffee a day, if that. Definitely 1 cup a day in the morning. And I have my beer, whatever. Don't judge me, I shouldn't have beer, I know. Especially with all the medications I'm on. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. So basically it's just